Generosity as a spiritual practice. In these short videos, you're invited to consider a theme and to take some of the words and thoughts and look at spiritual practice, whether you currently have a spiritual practice or whether you're striving to achieve one, and just see where it goes. And today you're offered the thoughts of thinking about generosity. Generosity. The immediate thing that comes to mind is this idea of giving, and it's so naturally associated with, in our world, the giving of wealth. What you give, the bigger, the better, the money, the cash. Kind of leaves me uncomfortable. I've always struggled with those events where generous donors, and thank you to everybody's generosity in trying to do the right thing and make things better for people and for the planet and for animals and all the good things that we do. But we don't need to get a fan dance out for it all. This planet here has been generous to us. Evolution has been generous to us that we exist at all. And I don't notice the planet, asking for a round of applause. And so that idea that the money does it, I struggle. And of course, there is generosity of time, giving of your time to another, where you are able to help them and offer assistance. I've been thinking a lot about generosity this last 7 to 10 days, and the more I think about it, the thicker it gets, the thicker it becomes. Just think through that generosity, the generosity that we've been given to be alive at this time, on this planet, in this universe. The accidents that have got us here, the random chance, the interactions, the amazing science, and the development of humanity, the love and connection and cooperative work, as well as the difficult and dark side of what it is to be human, the things that go on in this brain that we would struggle to describe as generous. Generosity really is a big, big, thick thing. And so for me, generosity is not about giving up things. So you give away your wealth in this generous way. But it's how we become things. It's how we strive to be the best that we can be. This is true generosity. This is digging deep within ourselves and those around us. Because when we dig deep within ourselves and we are able to, maybe puff our chests out, if I can use that metaphor, where we're able to go, we're achieving some semblance of generosity here, then there's a cascade effect, because it is understood and noticed. Perhaps above all, what I feel is missing from the political life maybe is an acknowledgement of the significance of generosity. One of the most magnificent things about living here in England, in the UK, is we have a national health service. We have something that is provided for everybody and paid for by everybody. It is generous. It is a spiritual gift. But it's often referred to as a right. It gets converted into individual demand, or rather than individual need. So what on the face of it is a communal spiritual gift becomes something that is more individual centered and a source of angst. So the generosity and joy of a National Health Service becomes conflict and uncertainty and perhaps animosity. There we have it. Instead of generosity, we're generating from the same thing animosity. I should have this, what about that? Not, thank goodness we have this, thank goodness we have that. Keep thinking about the thickness of generosity. Breathe in the air that you have in front of you, given to you generously. Feel the sun's rays each day. So the place for generosity as a spiritual practice is to be generous and offer generosity, of course, but it's also to recognize generosity. See when something or somebody or an institution has been generous to you. Spend some time after you've watched this video and experience the thickness of this word generosity and see how it may be as a spiritual practice. And I leave you with some closing words, a blessing of generosity. A blessing of generosity. With your ears offer a listening generosity. With your arms offer a holding generosity. With your material goods be generous. With your face offer a face of generosity. With your heart be generous with every single beat. May this blessing of generosity reveal through this daily ritual the hope that our planet needs us to be.